doing my drive home on Saturday night from my errands, and I said I was live early, and I said I would go live tonight, most likely, and here I am. We'll see if anybody comes in. If not, I'm still gonna stay on and still chat if somebody comes in, even if it's one person. But I said we were live early, and we had a good live before, and it was, it's nice meeting new people and you know new brothers and sisters in Christ. That's for sure. It's like I said, that's the best feeling, and we're stronger together. Just like an army that's stronger together than apart, separated. That's no good. But just like the title says, everything in the... Hey, Johnny, what's up, buddy? How you doing, pal? I was live early. I was looking for you. We had a good chat earlier. Good conversation. We always do, though. But it's like the title says. It's all about Jesus. Everything. You could lose everything in this world, but if you lose Him, you'd really be in a world of hurt. So that's why He said it. You had freedom from the things you struggle with. Well, I'm glad you have freedom from it, Johnny, whatever that may be. I'm definitely glad you're feeling some freedom from it. We all deal with, no matter what. I don't care who you are. And it's part of our walk. It's part of this world. This world kind of, I don't know where, but it kind of stinks, this world. But yeah, whatever you're going through, I'm glad there's some kind of peace with it. And Jesus will do that for us, we have to kind of let Him too. If we don't let Him handle things, He'll wait for us. Remember, God has unlimited patience. It's not like us, when we want things right away. He has unlimited, incredible, perfect patience. And so He'll wait on us too. And the Bible does say, without faith, it's impossible to please God. So if we don't show faith in God, and we like I said, we all fall short of that. But if you really, really think about it, we believe in an almighty, all-powerful, unstoppable, just perfect God. But then we tend not to believe that He could do things. It's pretty amazing. It's kind of contradictory if you think about it. It's not even to think about it. It's contradictory. We believe in this, like I said, this almighty and powerful God. We believe in Him in our heart, but then we don't trust Him sometimes. Hey, Anthony, what's up, buddy? Oh, you're from New Zealand, Anthony. Ah, cool. Yeah, we'll be on a little bit, Anthony. I think you kind of know on Saturday nights here, I usually drive home from my errands, and so I usually just drive home and I throw on the chat a little bit. But like I was saying, we believe in this almighty, like I said, unstoppable God that could do anything. But then when it comes down to faith, it's like we fall back. And it's like, I don't know if God could do this, or I don't know. And again, we don't get everything handed to us. I've said that many times in our last videos. I've been talking about that a lot lately. We don't get everything handed to us. No, but soak that in for a minute. We believe in this. We believe in our God, who's almighty, all powerful, all knowing, all everything. But then when it comes down to something, we fail in the trust department, in the faith department. The CDC is sounding the alarm about cow killing ticks. What's that, Johnny? Fill me in a little bit, buddy. I'm not familiar with I don't think I've heard that. What do you mean, the alarm about how cow killing ticks? What are they saying, Johnny? What are they talking about? There's a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, it's hard not to talk about the end times and the rapture and everything. It's hard not to. That's why so many of these channels are just just being watchmen for God and the Lord. And hey, Black Sheep, what's up, buddy? So, like I said, it's hard not to talk about the rapture and the end times because the things are going off the chart. I just watched all these volcanoes erupting the other day. It was, I believe, on Wednesday. Like the amount of volcanoes and it just erupting at one time, I believe. And just everything continues to just go haywire, and people don't see this. Aren't they blind? The Bible calls them drunk. They're not sober because they don't know what's going on. And I hate to say this. I mean, I gotta say this in the nicest way, if I can. But I'm in the grocery store time, which I usually do Saturdays, and the look on people's faces. I mean, especially here in New York. Yeah, I think I saw that the other day, Johnny. The earthquakes are off the chart. Off the charts, I should say. The earthquakes are off the charts. It's not just, we've always had earthquakes. No, they're off the charts. Jesus said you would see earthquakes in diverse places. He meant all weather disasters, not just earthquakes. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, the earthquakes are off the charts, I should say. But yeah, like I was saying, like I said, I have to say this in the nicest way possible. But the Bible does describe how people will become, and then you walk in the grocery store, and I really don't know how to say this, but to say something like that, they're lost. You can see that their faces are just they're like zombies. And that's because God is not being taught. That's because God is out of the picture. That Jesus is out of the picture. And they have this look on their face of just being like kind of out there and just lost and out of space. And they walk around like they're not, I don't know. I know it sounds bad, but it's not, because the Bible tells us it's how people become. That people become cold, disrespectful to parents. It's just, I don't know. When I was growing up, it was a hell of a lot different. It was a whole lot different. That's because God was taught. God was taught in schools. Jesus was taught in schools. When you take God out of the equation, people become like what they are today. They don't have the morals. They don't have the love. And they're just zoned out. I hate to say it, we know the Bible says we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but we wrestle against powers, principalities of the darkness, the rulers of the darkness. I'm going to try to stay at this light so I can stay on as long as I can. But the Bible tells us that we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. But when you see these, it's kind of sad to see what's happening. But we know it has to happen too. What happened in LA, Johnny? Yeah, Black Sheep, where did you see that earthquake? Like I said, it's so hard to keep up with all this stuff. My friends send me stuff all the time about earthquakes. Yeah, I mean, Johnny, LA is not the greatest place anymore. California, New York, these two states have been totally destroyed. And I don't have a problem saying that. What's come here has destroyed it. Again, going back to people, going back to their demeanor, and they don't have love anymore. And like I said, I say this in the nicest way. I don't know how to say it, but they look like zombies, man. They don't have morals. They don't have common sense. They don't have nothing. Like I said, when you take God out of the equation, they become like that. They become not smart. I wanted to use another word, but I'm trying to be nice. Oh yeah, you have the app. Yeah, I heard about that app, Black Sheep. Yeah, that gives you. I should get that too, maybe. Yeah, but the earthquakes, they're off the charts. And people want to say, well, there's always been earthquakes. Yeah, we know that. You're not telling us anything we don't know. But we're talking about the earthquakes just going bananas. Yeah, the police are very busy now, Johnny, all over the world. But criminalization, lawlessness is here. So when criminals are allowed to do things that become basically legal, it's lawlessness. And what does the Bible say? In the last days, lawlessness will abound. There's a bunch of Rite Aids by me. I don't know if people are familiar with Rite Aid. Rite Aid is a drugstore like CVS and Walgreens. I don't know. I'm sure some people have heard of it, but all the Rite Aids around me are closing up because people are allowed to steal. When do we ever live in a world where you're allowed to steal? As long as it's under $1,000. I don't get it. You go into these stores and they'll tell you we can't stop anybody. Why? Well, they're allowed. They could do it. Really? Wow. You could kill someone and you're out of jail the next day a lot of times. This isn't lawlessness? Come on. Do whatever you want and you're fine. You're good. Don't worry about it. It's a shame. It's a shame what's happening, but we gotta, we're the generation that's going through it. How much time is left? I don't know. We talk about it all the time. Never set a date. I can't read this. 3 earthquakes happened where? Yeah, I mean they're all over. I wrote this. I'm sorry, I gotta move the phone a little bit. Yeah, Black Sheep. The earthquakes are all over the place, man. What did I do here? I gotta keep this phone steady here. But the earthquakes are all over the place, and it's just, the floods are all over the place. And it's just like I said, it's just, to the average person, they're going, we've never seen the world this way. What's going on with the world? It's never been like this because they don't know. And then when you tell them, they say, oh, it's nonsense, the Bible. Or it's climate change. It's not climate change. That's what the devil wants you to believe, that it's climate change. Just like the devil wants you to believe when the rapture does happen, it'll be aliens that people think have abducted people. When we're out of here, they'll be like, well, the aliens took them. He's got everything covered, Satan. He's got all. Last days, we're here. Like I said, the next few years are going to get a hell of a lot worse, though. Even if the leadership of this country changes, it's still not going to help anything. God's will always be done. Remember that. And here's the Rite Aid right by me that's closing. This is literally 2 blocks from my house. They're closing. The shelves are basically empty. They're getting rid of stuff for cheap. So I went in the other day and I stocked up whatever I could. But it's not funny because, like I said, when you're allowed to steal, it's crazy, man. It's raining hard today in LA, Johnny. Yeah, we had some crazy rain here a couple of months ago. where there was flooding here. Well, I've never seen flooding like that here in Brooklyn. I've never seen anything like that where cars were underwater. Crazy. And people still don't believe. Like I said, they don't believe. Anything to disprove God. Like I said, with God out of the equation, people are running amok. I gotta put the phone down a minute. Sorry for the black screen, but I gotta back up. As I hold on, guys, I'll read this in a minute. I'm backing into the garage, and then I'm gonna end the stream because I'm a little tired too. Let me see something. Mecca has been coping with. Yeah, I mean the weather is everywhere. You know, Anthony, it's bad. President Ping was at. Yeah, I know they cleaned it up for him like he was the King Jesus himself. Yeah, you're right. Black Sheep, you guys are all right. All three of you guys. It's just look, we gotta remain strong, man. And it's not easy and it's not fun, but you know, it's all about Jesus, like I said in the title, man. And you guys all have him, and I love you. You guys are the best. My family, my real family. And maybe I'll do a live tomorrow. I'll promote it a little bit. I'll set premieres. But again, this was fun, and Black Sheep, Anthony, Jay, Johnny, I mean, and whoever else is watching, there's 4 people in here. But we'll have a blessed evening, blessed night, and I'll catch up with you guys soon, all right?